Now, Mishi Dorah, Mishi Dorah. I don't know what to say about this because recently she was in court. Do you know why? Unpaid club fees. Yani, she went out, perambulated with her friends. I will even read you like the contents to just add up for her bill. And we know her as very extravagant, always showing off on social media, always doing the most, always rekindling beef, 10-year, 20-year-old beef with Pendo, always calling out Pendo because of what Pendo did and her embarrassment. Because if you remember, Pendo went to Mombasa with a friend and they accrued the bill and then Mbaba didn't show up and they had to be taken to court for that. Now, Mishi Dorah went and revealed, she was perambulating in a local, establishment on Mombasa Road. And the bill accumulated to around 150,000 Kenya shillings. And let me just read you the things that added up to this bill. 2 chicken breasts at 3,000. One cocktail at 2,000. Cocktails for 2,000? What is that? 3 bottles of soda for 500. A liter of water for 400, 3 energy bottles for 650, 6 bottles of Bel Air for 75,000. Yani, she was really doing the most. And as you can tell from the pricing, it is a very high-end establishment. Because it won't be me buying soda for 500 bob. Cannot be me. I would rather carry it in my purse because that is just too much. Energy drink for 650 bob. What exactly were you people drinking? Anyway, when it came to time to pay the bill, she started saying her card had issues, and then requested that 2 employees from the club to accompany her home so that she can get funds and give them to them. However, when they got home, she still didn't have the funds, so she said that she's going to pay the bill on Monday. When Monday comes, this babe didn't pick up calls. So all the club had to do now is involve local enforcement. And now she was arrested, taken to court. Do you know how embarrassing it is? As a public figure. And you're always out here talking trash. There's one thing, if you're always very decent on social media, even if something embarrassing happens, at least, there's less embarrassment. But if you're all out here loud and everywhere in everyone's faces, calling out people, and here you are involved in a scandal, an embarrassing scandal, what do? Under which rock do you hide? Like, I wish we even had pictures, like prison pictures, like pictures of her in court. That would have been very interesting. But at the end of the day, can we just spend within our limits? Can we not depend on Baba to come through? Because I've actually seen it with a few friends. We go out, we have our drinks, and at the end of the night, she's like, he's not picking the calls, he's not doing this, can you cover for me? And it's very embarrassing. If you don't have the money, just don't go. It's just that simple. And also, it doesn't just end with the babas at the club with the babes. Also, if you're going to the supermarket, and I hate this, and people need to be called out for this. Have you ever been in a supermarket and the person ahead of you is on a call, waiting for somebody? Aki, bill imekuja 7,000, wacha nikusomee till number. Why would you do that? And it's actually become very rampant with house helps. You have trusted your house help with your household, with your children, but small 3,000, you cannot trust her with. She has to call you at the till and hold up the line. It's just about financial independence. If you have your own money, you won't be embarrassed. But if you're depending on another person to come through, chances are they might not. And then you'll be embarrassed. It's just, wow. It's just a spectacle. Let's
talk about how recent this incident is. It happened on the 26th, and then 26th night, and proceeded to the 27th morning. So you can tell it's either one of two things. They went too heavy with this clubbing, or the whole time they were stalling to find the cash to pay for the bill.
What?
Could be one of those two things.
Wanaongeza tu.
Let us transition to something else right here. According to the story, allegedly, she asked the management of that particular club to take her home where she would pay them. And these people, I'm assuming because they had seen that she'd gone to another club and paid all of 204,000 Kenya shillings, assumed that she somehow had the money at home. They dropped her at home, and then she tells them, oh yeah, let me sort you out on Monday. If it's the bank card that had issues, why are you going home? Why aren't you just, it's the morning.
Do you have that kind of cash laying around?
Enda kwa ATM, enda kwa bank. Banks are open even on Saturdays. They're open up until 1 o'clock. And if you are so corporate a client, you always have corporate offices. We've all seen all of these, the Supremes. You know, the banks which call themselves Supreme. Always open 24/7 for the rich, the wealthy, the people with the big boys, for lack of better words. So my question is, didn't they like see this as a problem to begin with? You just assume that someone, because they paid a bill a couple of months ago, that they would also pay this particular bill for you. You went so much to the point of trusting this influencer, this social media celebrity, to drive her home. This girl didn't have to pay for taxi money. Y'all just took your car. Your cars and took her home. The embarrassment. And then let's talk about these friends, right? So she'd gone out with her friends. Of course, she's not going to drink 6 bottles of that very not so good tasting champagne that everyone is always talking about. I've tasted it, it doesn't taste that good. Why is she buying 6 bottles? Obviously, she's not going to buy 6 bottles for herself. She went with her friends. What happened to all of these, her friends?
Where are these friends?
They just dipped. As in, they're like, all right, girl, thanks for the drinks. Bye, then inshallah, I'm outie. It's like, what kind of people are you hanging out with and spending this much money on bottles of the big boy drink? 1 bottle for 70,000 Kenya shillings. That's a big boy drink.
It's 1 bottle for 10,000.
So, she bought 7 bottles.
Yeah.
How are you drinking? Are you
Can you imagine those waitresses with those lights?
With those 2 lights
coming to you, and they're thinking they're even going to get tipped.
Exactly.
So these babes did a whole arm workout.
Imagine.
And they didn't even get
a
tipped.
tip. Now they're laughing at you. They're the ones probably posting you on social media because of the embarrassment. I'm just like, what kind of friends do we keep? Friends like these who know that you're spending limits. Or at least, if you don't have friends who know the kind of money you have, like you're just going somewhere and one of you knows they're paying the bill and no one else is saying anything about it. If you ain't got no money, just tell me, honey. So that even me, if I don't have money, we don't go and embarrass ourselves at the club. Have you seen those 2 girls from Ebro? Let's talk. Aki, those girls are so broke. They came over here and then they just like drank and then they just left with the bill for like 150,000. Like, what kind of embarrassment is that? If I don't have money, I'm not going to chocha Turi to go with me to the club. At some baba will pay for us. Are we mad? Is that the kind of lifestyle that we want to lead? All I'm saying is, Mishi Dorah, choose better friends, cap your spending, and even if you have these wababas, imagine 250K plus 150K. Sio ni shamba Kajiado.
And you're too old to be pulling such kind of stunts. You're too old to be going and being shortchanged in public.
Imagine.
This is 10 years ago, yeah, sure. We would have laughed about it, called you a socialite, and that's it.
Yeah.
But right now, girl, you're not 21. You can't get away with that.
I mean, learn from other people. I watched a video from Sh150, and she was on one of these, I forget what they're called. They kind of look like, what do you call these? These like hoverboards. Yeah. So she was like on a sort of hover, I don't know what they call them. The ones where you kind of go on and then it's just...
scooter? It's
not a scooter. They're the 2-wheeled ones.
Yeah.
Those ones. So as she's going round, she's kind of almost fell. And she's like, babe, I'm going to fall. And you could hear a Nigerian man responding in the background. And I'm just like, learn from your friends. Yeah, if you're going to lie with a Nigerian, might as well make him cuff you. That's all I'm saying. You're too old. You're too old. Let's move on.